Hey guys, it's Erin. Today I'm going to be doing a live swatch and review of the new Orly Desert Muse Collection from fall 2020. This is a set of 6 creams in some really nice fall tones, and it also comes in their Gel FX line, so if you prefer gel polish you can also get them in this formula. Orly was kind enough to send me all these nail polishes, but as you guys know, all of my reviews will always have my complete honest thoughts, and it doesn't affect my views on the polishes. I'm only really going to be talking about the regular nail polish line rather than the Gel FX line. I've talked about this before, but I don't typically wear gel nail polish just because I have to change my nails so frequently. So I'm not going to be able to give a full review on that line, but I can tell you what I think about the colors. And for the record, my sister is wearing one of the gel polishes now, and so far it's held up really well, so I'll update you if I can, but that's pretty much all I can say about the Gel FX line right now. So without further ado, let's just get into the swatches, and in no particular order, the first one I'm going to be swatching is called Canyon Clay, and it's this really nice, I can't think of the exact word I want to call this, it's a very warm brown. I feel like I'm gonna remember the exact name of this color as soon as I post this video or someone comments it down below. I feel like maybe umber or like burnt umber is the word I'm looking for, but I don't know if that's right. But it's a very like warm reddish brown kind of shade. So here you can see me applying the first coat. It's not opaque in the first coat, but it does have pretty good coverage. This went on really smoothly, and I think it's a really nice color. It's not one I would necessarily reach for. Then just doing the second coat, and this one was opaque in 2 coats. With all these swatches, I'm going to be applying the Orly Glosser top coat. These polishes do dry pretty shiny on their own, but the glosser top coat just adds that little extra oomph to the shine, and I think these end up being super shiny and beautiful after the glosser top coat. One thing that I found when applying Canyon Clay was I thought it was a little bit thinner than some of the other creams in this collection. I'm not sure if it was just my error or something was like a little bit different, but it felt like it would have been easier to flood my cuticles with this one, and I just had to be a little more mindful of it when applying. I wouldn't say it's a make or break thing on this polish. I still thought the coverage was great, even though it has a slightly thinner formula, which I actually kind of like on creams. So it's just something to be aware of, and maybe I just got a funny bottle and it was slightly thinner than the other ones. But yeah, if you like warm tones that feel really nice and perfect for fall, I think this is a great shade for you. It's not one that I think I'll be wearing, but it's really beautiful, and like I said, I think it's perfect for fall. The next one I'm going to be swatching is called Wild Abandon, and it's a very deep mulberry kind of purple shade. This one is absolutely a color I'd wear in the fall. It's so beautiful. It's definitely kind of vampy and very dark, so even in some lights it might look a little black, but it's definitely bright enough that it really looks purple in most lights, and I love this color. So here I'm applying the first coat. Again, super smooth cream, no trouble applying it. And after the second coat, it's completely opaque. Again, this polish feels pretty shiny on its own, but I would recommend applying top coat, and so here I'm just applying the Orly Glosser top coat. This shade's definitely one of my favorites from the collection. I will absolutely be reaching for this in the fall and even in the winter. I thought the formula was great. I love it on, and yeah. Next we have Sagebrush, which is a kind of grayish green sage color, as the name describes. This is a very muted color, so if you like blues or green tones or blue-greens like I do, but want something a little bit more muted and neutral for fall, this is going to be the perfect shade for you. This one is actually the one I have on my nails right now, so it's definitely another one of my favorites. So just applying the first coat. Again, no problems with this formula. I actually really liked it. It's not opaque in 1 coat, but I'm applying the second coat here, and as you can see, it's opaque after 2 coats. So this is 2 coats of Sagebrush and then just applying the glosser top coat. Something else that I wanted to note about this collection is that I thought all of these polishes were really self-leveling, which is really awesome, and I find that to be the case with a lot of thinner formula creams. but I really like that, and it just makes it easier to apply and makes the final product look a lot better. This shade is definitely one of my favorites. I just love it for fall. Definitely will be reaching for this one. Also, these brushes are amazing. This is my favorite kind of brush. It's flat and wide and has curved edges. It just makes applying the nail polish so easy. I'm able to do my pinky in like one swipe, and then it just makes the cuticle line super easy to do with this curved brush. Next up is Roam With Me, and this is a light pink toned rosy nude cream. This is definitely a standout from the collection because it's so much lighter than all the other shades and it doesn't feel as vampy, but I really like this one. I was a little torn in the beginning because I wasn't sure if this shade looks good on me. I have really pink toned skin because I'm a redhead and I have very fair skin. But so I don't always like pink tones on me, but I did end up liking this one more. It started to grow on me. I think this is the only shade in the collection that you might end up having to do 3 coats, especially if you tend to apply thin coats. I'm able to get it fine in 2, but if I did really thin coats, I think 3 might be necessary just to cover some little spots where there's some balding. So if you're looking for kind of a transition shade to get into fall but you're not really into deep and dark colors, then this shade will definitely be one that I think would be better for you. Here I'm applying the first coat. As you can see, it's got pretty good coverage, but definitely not completely opaque. And applying the second coat here, and I'm able to get it opaque in 2 coats. Just applying the glosser top coat for extra shine. So yeah, some pictures I'm still unsure about this neutral on me, but overall I think I do like this shade. Next up is Red Rock, and this is kind of a wine red, maybe a holiday red. It's not as bold as a true red. It's a little bit more muted, and like I said, it has a little bit more of a wine tone to it, but it's really pretty. I think this is gonna be great for both fall and winter. Here I'm applying the first coat. You can kind of see it pretty well in the video, but this honestly dries a little bit darker on the nail than it does in the bottle. You can kind of see the change in between the clips. When it's drying, it's a little bit darker than when it's wet on the nail. Applying the second coat here, and it is opaque in 2 coats. And of course, applying the glosser top coat. The only trouble I had with this polish was I think I maybe got a wonky bottle. Some of the bristles were a little bit out of place and it just made it a little bit more difficult to get a clean cuticle line, but I think you can see in my swatch that it really wasn't too big of a deal. And last but not least is Midnight Oasis, which is a navy blue cream. I've actually really been liking navy polishes lately, so I can see myself reaching for this one in the fall and the winter because I think blues are a really nice transition shade into winter. So here I'm applying the first coat. And the second coat. And just like the other shades, this one is opaque in 2 coats. This shade is another shiny one, but I'm applying the Orly Glosser top coat, and as you can see, I just think with these dark shades and the fact that they're already shiny, it just really makes the final manicure look so shiny. This is another one that ends up looking a little dark on the nail sometimes, but I really like that about this polish. And actually my sister is wearing the gel version of this one. So my overall thoughts on this collection, all of the creams were super smooth, easy to apply, really shiny on their own and self-leveling. I actually really enjoyed this collection and I thought they were all really great. I love almost all the shades, and even the ones that I wouldn't reach for necessarily, I still think they're really great for fall and will look great on pretty much everyone. All of the Orly creams go for $9.50 a bottle, and the box set is $57, although it's currently sold out on Orly's website. And the Gel Effects polishes go for $15.90 a bottle, or about $95 for the box set. The gel box set is also currently sold out on Orly's website, but I think all of the individual shades are in stock as of recording this. I also have a swatch and review blog post up on NailsByErin.com, so if you want to check that out, you can either click here or the link in my description box. I have swatch images of all the individual shades up on there as well. As always, please be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest. All of my links are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me what video you want to see next.